Welcome back to Everyday Kentucky. It's been more than a week since devastating flooding hit eastern Kentucky. Today, President Joe Biden will tour the damage.
And while that damage will take years to repair, flood survivors' mental health was immediately impacted. Here to talk about mental health support services for those who are affected is Regina and Lacy with Community Wellness. Thanks for coming and talk to us today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So just tell us how this came about, the idea, understanding that people have a lot of physical needs, but they're also going to have some mental ones.
Absolutely. Well, the way this really came about is exactly like you said, realizing that people do have these needs for mental health support because this was a really traumatic experience. You know, we have FEMA, Red Cross, local churches, community organizations really pitching in to try to help folks. And we wanted to help too, and this is a service that we had, and we have the staff for it where we felt we could really help people.
Now, how do you go about reaching these people? I mean, because right now it's kind of difficult. Do you offer remote options and stuff?
Well, they give us a call. That's basically all it is. When they get phone service, they're able to reach out to us. We have a flyer up, and I think I gave the number to y'all as well. It should be showing up here in a little bit.
Screen in a minute.
They can just call that number and reach out to us, and we'll try to connect them with the resources that are in their area. So they're able to talk about the things that are important to them, because sometimes that's not always the most immediate thing. Sometimes it's something that other people don't really think of.
What are you all seeing as far as those needs? Because I imagine somebody's been through something that traumatic, I guess PTSD, that kind of stuff. You all seeing?
Well, we actually just sort of launched this, so we're still working through all that. And this is part of, getting the word out there for people. We've been facing the difficulty of people not really having, phone service, electricity, things of that nature. So once those calls really do start rolling and we do start helping people, we actually have some of our nurses who are clinical health coaches. They're also nurses like myself who have a background in behavioral health. So they're going to be able to really address the needs of these folks. And if it's something beyond what we can do, we're able to support them by giving them the telephone numbers to places in their area that have counselors, therapists, just to really meet those needs.
And the goal is to do it as quickly as possible, but if you can't get back to them within immediately, you've got a certain window of time, right?
Yeah, we have like 2 hours usually that we get back with people. We try to give them a call. They give us a call though. The main thing is we're not really trying to pester them, because this is a really trying time for people. They're not able to do a whole lot as far as, outside of, they might have a little bit of phone signal, a little bit of battery life on their phone during that time, and we don't want to monopolize that whenever they might have something else that they're wanting to call about, but we want them to know we're there for them.
And I imagine, you have people right now who are maybe in shelters, at state parks, that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Those are a lot of people you all are going to be talking to.
Absolutely. I live in eastern Kentucky. It's, born and raised, grew up there, so all this is really near and dear to my heart. So I've been to some of the shelters which were actually in my county, which was Wolfe County, and it's amazing to really see, how the folks are doing there, the effort everybody's putting in to try to make this some form of normal for people.
Do you know how long you all want to continue doing this? Because I know right now people are kind of doing their best to be strong, but you think as the weeks go on, that's when people really start to...
Yeah, that's when they're going to decompress and really realize sort of what's going on as far as, what this has done to them mentally. As of right now, I don't think there is an end frame for it, but I'm not 100% on that. Okay. But yeah.
All right. And the goal is just to get people in touch with the proper resources, whatever they're going through. You're trying to just get them in touch with that, right?
Absolutely. If they need, their medical equipment like walkers, things of that nature. If they need their medications, we're trying to get them in touch with people to help replace the medications. If they've lost their pet and they don't know who to call about that, we're going to tell them who they need to call about that.
All right, we've got the number right there on the screen. Thank you so much for coming and talking to us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.